Alrighty. So the thing I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so firstly, this thing hit so suddenly to me that I am recording this at 7 in the morning, and I'm not even kidding. So, okay, so like my old podcast in this series, the social message one, um, it was a cliche topic, yet something that need to be amplified, right? Now the topic, the thing I'm going to talk about right now is very important, and also it might sound very like पता तो है यार वही बातें repeat कर रही है यार type to some. So okay, so I'm giving already this kind of a caution कि अगर आपको आसपास से कोई आवाज़ आती है तो प्लीज़ इग्नोर करना, मेरी बात पे कंसंट्रेट करना, क्योंकि एज आई सेड मैं सुबह सुबह रिकॉर्ड कर रही हूँ तो बहुत शोर होने के चांसेस हैं आसपास से. एनीवेज मूविंग ऑन. तो द द टाइटल आई स्टिल डोंट नो क्या होगा, बट द कंटेंट आई थिंक आई नो व्हाट आई हैव टू से. वेल, आई हैव grown in a family where I have one female and one male, like my father and my mother. So I was lucky enough to know what it's like to go through periods for the first time, or what to do and how to do and stuff. Now, here comes the thing that people take periods very lightly, और at times कि यार अच्छी चीज़ नहीं है. The people in like a rural area or who don't have a literate mindset would always feel like कि periods एक अच्छी चीज़ नहीं है ना. या फिर even in urban areas, even in schools, we at times see how badly boys react to girls having periods, like the younger kids especially. Now I'll talk about each one of them separately. Let's start by telling you all first, periods is no joke. Periods is no joke if it's that what you think. Periods is not just a 4 to 5 days process or a 7-day process. It's a pre, during, and post process. If you are a guy and you are someone who has bullied a girl or someone who has made fun of periods, I really need you to know this. Keep yourself in her shoes and understand this. And if you're not someone who belongs to that category, still know this. When a girl gets period, 3 or 4 days prior to that, you start getting extreme mood swings. And those aren't just any kind of mood swings. If one moment you're feeling happy, कुछ नहीं पता next moment what you're gonna feel. You might just start crying out of nowhere. You might just feel angry. You might just burst into tears. You might just get irritated, or you might just want to punch someone. Like, you won't know what you're gonna feel next. Do you know how dangerous that gets at times? Because when I'm happy, I know that mere next kuch moments I'll be happy. But when you're unaware ki what you're gonna feel next, that gives a different kind of trauma. And we girls go through it. Some girls don't get mood swings. Some girls get mood swings during their periods. Some get after their periods. So that is one thing that we get pre to periods. During periods, we feel immense pain. We all are well aware that just like after pregnancy wala pain, periods is the worst kind of pain after pregnancy. And if you don't believe that, you can search it. So during periods, one thing, we get immense amount of pain. We have so much of flow that we cannot move, sit, sleep, do any of our regular chores properly. Because all we feel is that terrible sense of this fear in our mind कि यार what if pads full हो गए, what if flow निकल गया, what if शर्ट पे लग गया, व्हाट इफ पैंट पे लग गया, स्टेन हो जाएगा, कोई देख लेगा, पता नहीं कोई क्या बोलेगा, कोई क्या सोचेगा. There are a million thoughts that go inside our heads. Why? Because we are scared of the society. We are scared of the boys, that how they would judge us. And not just that, the cramps that we get, some girls get cramps in like their stomach area, some in their genitals area, some on the thighs or their hands. We all get like period cramps in different areas. But the pain, um just imagine you getting fractured, injured, hurt, and every type of pain in different parts of your body. As a boy, I'm telling you, like, if you're a boy, that's how much of pain you feel during periods. Now, post periods, after your periods end, you feel anxiety, you feel stressed, you feel disinterested in everything that you're doing. You just want to stay alone. And I'll tell you what, I know people say it's very hard to understand girls, and I totally get it, and I totally agree with it. But when it's this time of the month, it's not the girls that are hard to understand, it's the boys or the other people who don't understand them, who don't want to understand them. Now I'm going to talk about जो लोग रूरल एरिया में रहते हैं, या जिन लोगों की थिंकिंग इतनी बड़ी नहीं है कि वो इस चीज़ को, इस नेचुरल प्रोसेस को एक्सेप्ट कर सकें. पीरियड्स एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो अगर एक लड़की को नहीं होती तो ज़्यादा दिक्कत है. फॉर सम, जो जिनके साथ ये अनइंटेंशनली हुआ है. सो यू नीड टू नो दिस, दैट पीरियड्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, पीरियड्स आर important for girls in order to know if they are pregnant or not. If they don't get periods, that means that they might be pregnant. Now, in rural areas, we all know that girls get married at a very younger age. And if unwantedly a girl gets pregnant, if she doesn't want to get pregnant, तो उसके लिए तो दिक्कत है ना. She would want to have periods, and that's like so unfair with her. I'm sorry if I just run out of words right now because I have too much to express, but words won't fit in. Now coming to the school ke bacche, school ke boys, like from standard, let's say 7th to 9th, 10th, and even sometimes in college, I won't specifically say yes class taki, boys in general. So I'll tell you this one incident. I think बहुत लड़कियों ने या तो खुद एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, अपने आसपास देखा होगा. And I'll tell you, as a person who heard this story, I got so traumatized कि मेरे को उस चीज़ का fear बहुत टाइम तक रहा है. I was in, I guess, 5th or 6th standard, and I heard कि 8th class की एक कोई लड़की थी, and she was carrying pads in her bag, and one guy was checking her bag, and he found those pads and opened the pads in the class in front of everybody and showed कि ये तो ये carry कर रही है. And she was on her periods, obviously, at that time. And that girl cried the whole day and didn't come for the next 3 to 4 days till her periods got over. And even some days after that. That boy, yes, he did get suspended. But the impact that incidents must have left on that girl, and not just on her, every girl in the class, every girl that heard that story, I'm telling you, it's no joke. So when I was in like 5th or 6th, I obviously like wasn't really aware कि ये सब क्या होता है, या मुझे आगे जाके ये सब होगा या क्या होगा. Nothing, I didn't know anything. पर मुझे ये पता था कि जो इस लड़की के साथ हुआ है, मुझे मेरे साथ होता हुआ नहीं दिखना है. मुझे ये चीज़ नहीं एक्सपीरियंस करनी है अपने साथ. एंड व्हेन आई ग्रू अप, वो फियर हमेशा मेरे दिमाग में रहता था कि यार केयरफुल रहना पड़ेगा, कोई बैग ना चेक कर ले, कोई ये ना कर ले, वो ना कर ले. टू द बॉयज who might be brothers, who might be boyfriends, who might be good friends of girls, you need to know कि जिस तरह से आप लोग कुछ अगर एक्सपीरियंस करते हो, फील करते हो, यू वॉन्ट द अदर पर्सन टू अंडरस्टैंड, वो टाइम लड़कियों के लिए इज़ वेरी क्रूशियल. Sometimes girls would want to have somebody around them, sometimes they would want to be alone. You need to understand उस टाइम पे उन्हें क्या चाहिए. एंड ये चीज़ जो है ना, ये उन्हें और कोई नहीं, लड़कियां ही सिखा सकती हैं. बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली दे डोंट नो व्हाट इट्स लाइक टू बी ऑन पीरियड्स और गो थ्रू दैट फेज. सो आई थिंक हम सबको ना सिखाया जाता है कि ये सब चीज़ें जो है लड़कों से डिस्कस नहीं करनी चाहिए या लड़कों को नहीं बतानी चाहिए. मैं कहती हूँ क्यों नहीं बतानी चाहिए. हम एक ऐसी सोसाइटी में रह रहे हैं आज के टाइम में जिसमें इट्स नॉर्मल टू हैव बॉय लाइक मेल फ्रेंड्स एंड बी क्लोज टू द पीपल ऑफ अदर जेंडर. सो व्हाट्स रॉन्ग? What's so wrong about telling them about the thing that is so natural that happens to every girl in the world? Tell your male friends, tell your boyfriends, tell your brothers what you're going through. Tell them to understand that what they need to do right now. क्योंकि वो तो नहीं सोच सकते ना एकदम से. So what I say is, if you cannot really say it out loud कि तुम क्या फील कर रहे हो या तुम्हारे साथ क्या हो रहा है, तुम किस फेज में गो थ्रू कर रहे हो, say this one slogan or let's say a code to them. Feel the pain. I repeat, tell your male friends or brothers or boyfriends when you are close or going through this phase, just tell them, feel the pain, so that they know that they do not need to cross their limits. They need to understand you. They need to help you go through it. You know, at times when we get these mood swings, people take us like I'll tell you, वैसे मेरे साथ खुद घर पे होता है. So like my father at times thinks कि यार ये इतनी इरिटेटेड रहती है, चिड़चिड़ी रहती है हर टाइम एंड ऑल दैट. क्या बच्चे हैं आजकल के, टीनेज वो है, एडोलेसेंस का वो सब असर है, ऐसा वैसा, प्यूबर्टी की वजह से हो रहा है, विच इज़ ऑब्वियसली अ प्रोसेस दैट गोज साइड बाय साइड, वो भी चल रहा है. बट उस टाइम पे टू हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ सेंस कि अच्छा ऐसा मूड इसका खराब हो रहा है, उसका रीज़न ये सब नहीं ये है, इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And believe me when I say this, we girls will remember this forever. What you did for us while we were going through pain. Literal pain. मुझे पता है मैं थोड़ा ज़्यादा बोल रही हूँ, लेकिन यार लोगों ने ना बड़ा उसको, इस चीज़ को ना ऐसा हवा बना के रखा हुआ है कि पीरियड्स नहीं हो गए क्या हो गया. कुछ नहीं हुआ यार. जैसे हम 2 दिन पीरियड्स होने से 2 दिन पहले थे, वैसे हम अभी भी हैं, वैसे हम इसके बाद भी होंगे. इस चीज़ को इतना अलग तरह से ही मत दिखाओ कि लोग उसको समझे कि यार ऐसी क्या चीज़ है ये कि इतना लोग इसके बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. एट द सेम टाइम उस चीज़ को इतना निगलेक्ट भी मत करो कि लड़कियां फियर करें तुम्हारे आसपास घूमने से. आई रियली 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 वुड लाइक टू गिव अ शाउट आउट टू द brothers who don't have mother or any female figure to tell their sisters what it's like to have periods, and who researched and told their sisters कि हाँ ऐसे तुम्हें चीज़ें go through करना है. And I really have my regards to the fathers, single fathers, who helped their daughters grow like and understand what it's like to have periods. I really respect those people. And at the same time, all the male friends who understand, all the boyfriends who understand, because it's not a duty, it's not a responsibility. It's what shows what kind of a human being you are. Normalize talking about periods. Normalize telling the other boys who are bullying you that what it's like to have periods. Normalize this as much as you can, as a girl and as a boy. So I never ask people to share my podcast on stories or whatever, but this one is something that I think that as a human being, as a guy who understands, as a girl who understands, I really hope you share this. And please, when you do, write the hashtag I feel the pain. Hashtag I feel the pain. In order to make people understand what it's like to go through the period pain as a girl and as a boy. And think twice, in fact 10 times, अगली बार किसी लड़की को पीरियड्स को लेकर मॉक करने से पहले। या अगर तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आ रहा उनके साथ क्या हो रहा है, तुम उन्हें हेल्प नहीं कर सकते, पीछे हट जाओ, बात ही मत करो, बट डोंट मॉक देम, डोंट टेस्ट देयर पेशेंस बिकॉज ऑलरेडी दे आर गोइंग थ्रू अ लॉट. And girls, you are the ones who need to make guys understand what it's like to have periods. उन्हें खुद से नहीं समझ में आएगा ऑब्वियसली, उनका क्या माइंडसेट चल रहा है या उनको मस्ती चल रही है, क्या चल रहा है. दे वोंट अंडरस्टैंड until and unless you make them understand. So take that stand and make them understand. On that note, have a nice day, and I feel the pain. Peace out.